So we'll see the demo agenda for today. We'll just go through these few points to understand about what is the meaning of that and what information we should aware before we get into this application configuration the usage process as a consultant. The first point we'll discuss about what does it mean by Oracle Fusion applications. We know what is Oracle EBS. The same way we'll try to understand what does it mean by Fusion applications and what is the background of these applications we'll understand. Then we'll go through that term called as cloud computing. What is the meaning of it? And what are the different delivery models available if any client is going to use these cloud applications, Fusion Cloud. And we'll go through few points which are related to the on-premise versus cloud platforms. And I'll take you through the few points which talks about the technology related changes and few very basic functionality changes and the application related terminology changes we'll see. So finally we'll go through the look and feel how the application looks like, how they change the user interface and everything. And as a final point, we'll discuss what is the course curriculum we are going to cover in our classes. Okay, so apart from this, if you are expecting to know something, okay, that will take in the end of the session for our discussions. Okay, the first point is what is Oracle Fusion applications. So when you talk about Fusion applications, before that we have to talk about what are the different ERP products we have in the market. Here I just mentioned a few ERP products which are very popular. So JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel, and Oracle EBS. There are many other ERPs we know very well, but I taken these few for our discussion purpose. So when you look at any ERP product, okay, so if you take example of JD Edwards, we have JD Edwards is offering the different solutions. For order management, they have the product solution, and they have a solution for financial management, project management, asset lifecycle, and manufacturing management. For these different areas of businesses, they have a product ready, so where the client can just take the license or they can subscribe and they can use it. The same way PeopleSoft also offering the different solutions, and Siebel the same way Oracle EBS also. So when you look at these different ERP products, the most of the ERP products are offering the financials and order management and the CRM and different offerings or say solutions. But here the point is, which is the I mean, if some client is looking for this ERP product, and which ERP they have to select for their uh, company. So that would be the big question for any client. Here I just taken the simple point to talk about it. Say this is a client requirement. The client requirement is they have a business process to manage their supply chain management. I mean, they have a like they are into supply chain management process. They have a solution for that. The same way to manage their human capital management related business process, they need some ERP, and in the same way for CRM and financial management and reporting solutions they need. So as per their business process, say so these are the areas where they are handling, and to have this business related process in the system, so they need some ERP. Now the big question is which ERP they have to choose. So when you look at the different ERPs, okay, so we'll just go through these few ERPs and we'll try to understand. I given the very few points which ERP is very much specialized in which area. I didn't mention everything, just I taken few examples here. If you look at JD Edwards, say just order management solution is really good in the JD Edwards, and when you look at the PeopleSoft, the human capital management HCM is a very popular. From Siebel, for CRM, Siebel is very much popular in the market. And when I talk about financials, our Oracle EBS is very much popular in the market compared to other applications. Now the client is looking for these areas of the solution. Now you just we have to look at these products, which product is offering all this. Yes, almost all the products are offering, but when you look at which are having a very good solution, which is very much popular, and which solutions are really doing good in the market, those are available from the different ERPs. But it would be great challenge for the clients where they will go and take the license or subscription from the different ERP vendors, to take the advantage from the different areas of the solution. Say client need HCM, CRM, and financials. In that case, if they want to have a best solution in place, they have to take the HCM solution from PeopleSoft, CRM from Siebel, and financials from Oracle. But it may not be possible for all the clients to go and invest too much of money to get one ERP which will be helping all their business related processes in the best way. So for that reason, what Oracle did is Oracle acquired many other ERP products. So the JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel, and Hyperion Primavera. So these all products Oracle acquired now. The JD Edwards is Oracle JD Edwards, same with PeopleSoft is Oracle Siebel, Oracle Siebel, Oracle Primavera, Oracle Hyperion. These are all the different products. Not only these different products, this JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel, these are the ERPs, and Oracle Hyperion is the reporting tool. Primavera, it's for project management, and anyway, Oracle EBS is owned by Oracle. So along with these ERPs and some other enterprise applications, they acquired many other products under many technologies, including cloud technology. So they acquired many products, and after acquiring many products, what they did is just from which product, which solution is very much popular, they just taken that solutions, and by taking that solution they built application called as fusion applications. So we'll just look into this. Say for example the JD Edwards, they just taken the solution from Oracle taken the order management solution from the JD Edwards, and from PeopleSoft they taken human capital management solution, and from Siebel they taken CRM, from Oracle EBS they taken the financial management, and from Hyperion, Oracle Hyperion, they taken the few areas they taken very primarily we can say Hyperion financial reporting, as well as the Hyperion planning and budgeting also available as a part of Fusion, and from Primavera they taken PPM, project portfolio management. From the different ERP products and other enterprise applications, they taken the best piece of solution. By taking all the different solutions, they build the application called as Fusion applications. So this is the meaning of fusion applications. When you talk about EBS, if client is going to use financials, HRMS, and projects, and some CRM, all the areas of solutions they'll get from the same product, which is developed by Oracle. Okay, when you talk about so what?
Sir, screen is sharing. Screen is sharing.
Oh, I'm sorry. This you are not able to see from beginning.
Yes, no, right now it's not visible.
Oh, okay, okay. So you were able to see earlier, right?
Yeah. Now it's visible. Now it's visible.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe some by mistake. I just sorry. Fine. Okay, fine. So this is how just what are the products, what are the other ERP products Oracle acquired. So from those products, what are the area of the solution is really doing good, and where clients are very much happy. Those areas they picked, and they built application called as Fusion application. Now, if any client is going to use Fusion application, they are going to find out the respective area of the solution really is doing good to support their business process. That's how the clients can find out. Other than fusion applications, if any client is going with a specific ERP products, there could be some solution which can help their financial area, or SCM or HCM, may not be all the aspects of the client expectations. So that's how that the fusion this is how that fusion applications they built, and they just taken the different product related best solutions, and they just that's how they released into market. Okay, these are the just a simple few points we have to understand when you talk about what is the meaning of fusion application, how that is ready for customers usage. So any questions on this from anyone, please?
Lakshman, is there a specific reason why now we have our EBS work up and running right now? We don't have any problems with it. Why people should go with Fusion?
Fine. In EBS, the financial is really good. When you compare EBS HRMS solution with, if you don't mind, can you mute from your end? Yeah, please. So when you compare, say client has a requirement of using financials and HRMS solution and CRM solution. Okay, if they look at EBS, as per EBS, like financials solution is really good. But along with the financials, if their primary area is HR and CRM, then the client will start thinking about which is the best, which is the other best ERP which they can go, which will be helping them for these three areas of the best solution. So by looking, when they go with the EBS, in EBS they may find financials is good, but when they compare this solution, it's a HRMS solution with PeopleSoft HCM solution, an EBS solution, they'll find as a very poor. The same way, when they compare EBS CRM solution with Siebel, the same experience they'll be finding. Okay, so that is reason. So whatever the client may require the solution for one or two or multiple areas, they are keeping everything like all the areas of solution best in the market, so that any client will show interest to go with the Fusion applications. So EBS comparatively is not great when you compare with the different ERPs for the different areas of solution. So that is the reason, if somebody is going with the EBS, they can have a best solution for one or two areas. But if they go with the Fusion for all the areas of their business solution, they can have a best ERP products for their organization. That is the reason clients are showing interest to just go with this licensing or subscription from Oracle.
So one more question on the same grounds, Lakshman. So in EBS, we have different suites like procurement, projects, financial.
Correct.
Okay, if we go Fusion and we subscribe for a license, right? Do we get all in this subscription, or again would it be based on these different suites of the product?
No. It's a licensing or subscription. You no need to take product wise. You'll be taking solution wise. Say for example, in EBS, you are going to do the implementation for your client finance and SCM. So in that case, you have to take the license for finance and SCM as a part of EBS, right? So in the same way here also. So if you are going to implement financials, you'll be taking the Fusion financials. If you are going to implement SCM, we'll be taking the Fusion SCM license. The same way HCM means Fusion SCM. So however you take the license in EBS, in the same way here also you'll be taking the license if you are going to use this Fusion product as on-premise, and if you are going to use with the option called as cloud, you'll be taking the subscription, not license. Same, because vendor is going to be same and the ERP is going to be the same. Everything will be in the same platform. So you no need to just get different products. You no need to integrate. These are tightly integrated, and where you'll find seamless business process within the system. Okay, if you go with EBS, the CRM solution you will get, which is developed by Oracle. But if you go with the Fusion, the CRM solution you will have within this product, which is from Siebel, and which are connected with all other areas where that should get integrated for data communication or process communication. Okay. Any other questions, please? Fine. So this is all about Fusion applications. Okay, they taken the best breed from different application, and they built application called as Fusion applications. If any client is going to use these Fusion applications, so without taking the license for different ERP products, they are going to take the benefit of different ERP products for respective areas of solution. Fine. Just we'll move on to next slide here. The next point here is cloud computing. So what is the meaning of cloud computing? Anyone can define it, please?
Yeah, it's cloud is like where you don't have you have an access like a SaaS, right? You just have a URL. You don't have actually software. It means it's not on your premise. It's somewhere. It can be anywhere. It can be on premise. It can be hybrid. It can. So you just have an access, or where you can go to your regular ERP and start doing your stuff, transaction. So you don't have your platform on premises most of the time, in case of SaaS especially.
Okay, yes, that's true. In anything, it's not limited to just SaaS. It can be SaaS or PaaS or IaaS. It's just it will open the options, additional options depending on that. Okay, we'll see that. Yes, so that's what the cloud computing means. It's all about where the client, if you are going to use this Oracle applications or any application. Okay, it's a very generic term. Now we'll go with our relevant course related example. Say the client wants to use Fusion Financials. Okay, if the client wants to use Fusion Financials, if they want to use Fusion Finance, if they want to implement Fusion Financial for their company, okay, we have it two options. The one option is the client can take the license for the product. When they take the license for the Fusion Financial product from Oracle, what they have to do is they have to get the server. They have to buy the server infrastructure with the help of DBA that will get installed in their own server, and DBA has to do all the maintenance activities. They have to take care of all the data security and backup, and when we are going to use it, some patching work, other maintenance activities, all should be done by DBA. If client thinks, so this is a big task where I have to invest too much of money and I have to take the license, I have to pay for that, I have to get some technical team who will be installing, who will be maintaining, and who will be doing a lot of maintenance activities. So I don't want to take this sort of risk. I'm not interested to go with this option. So I just need the software just for access. So I don't want to maintain the server. I don't want to take the license. I don't want to get the technical team who will be helping to install and to maintain that software which I'm going to maintain on my own server. So in that case, what client can do is they can take the subscription from the respective vendor. If you take example of our Oracle Financials, so the client can talk to Oracle saying that I want to implement financial application for my company. I need just access to that product. In that case, what Oracle can do is Oracle will maintain all the servers. Okay, Oracle will maintain all the servers, and for which product they need access, just they will provide the access. The whatever the product, actual product we have, that client no need to take any license. Just for usage, they have to take the subscription for respective period. They'll take the subscription, the servers and all everything will be maintained by Oracle. The client no need to take any license, only subscription. Then client no need to worry about the technical team, because client is not taking the license for the product to get installed. Anyway, that installation and everything Oracle will maintain from their end. The servers they will maintain, just they will provide the access to the user. So they'll give you the provision the client can connect from anywhere for the respective the subscribed product. What Oracle is going to do is, or any cloud computing company is going to do is, so whatever the subscription the client is going to take, that subscription based access, the system sources they'll be deploying in the internet as a source. Normally, if you are going to have a on-premise server, your own server, you will be deploying in specific location. Okay, maybe in let's say like India or US or some other country, wherever you have your operations, you will be deploying your server. That means server is going to locate in specific location. If you have a users who will be accessing the server from the different countries, so there could be performance related issues where some user will submit some request that has to be submitted to the server which is located in the different time zone. Again, the server response time, there will be many issues. Again, somebody, you should have a team to manage everything. But if you go with this cloud option, so you no need to buy the server, you no need to take the license, just take the subscription. What Oracle will do is your server, whatever the application you subscribe, they will create the virtual server. The virtual server they'll be locating in the internet as a source. You can think wherever you have internet, there your server is residing. So just with one click you will be able to have access with just, it will be very faster communication, and you are going to avoid all these costs which will be incurring if you are going to have your own server. If you go with this option, complete maintenance will be taken care by that cloud vendor. Now we can say Oracle is one of the very big cloud computing company. That's what Oracle is claiming. So in case of cloud computing, the clients are not going to buy any software license, just they are going to use software based on their subscription, where that virtual servers will be residing as internet as a source. So that we call as cloud computing. It's all about accessing the specific product as internet as a source. Through internet we'll be accessing, and the complete maintenance will be taken care by Oracle. Since it is going to be available in the source of internet, the performance and other many other points and user experience will be very rich. Okay, it won't take time, and they will take care of all the aspects. It won't be most of the cases you don't need to worry about the downtime of the server. So they'll have a very expert team who will be handling. In our case, if you are going to have 1 dba for one client, it may be big risk process. If something goes wrong, if the person is not available, it will cause many issues. Okay, so these are all issues you are going to completely ignore if you are when you go with the concept called as cloud computing, since they dedicatedly they'll be having the teams who will be helping to the clients who have subscription for their products. So that's how that cloud computing concept will work. So in our case, when you are, if any client is going to use Oracle Fusion applications, it can be finance or SCM or anything, they no need to take any license. Just they'll pay for the Oracle for subscription, then they'll give the access to virtual server, not to physical server. They'll have a very big missions. When you talk about cloud computing, the cloud computing company will have a very big missions, which missions can generate the virtual servers which can be located in the internet as a source. That technique they will follow, we don't need to worry about it. So they'll provide the access to product. Being a client, we will implement it by taking the some consulting company help, or else you may deploy direct consultants will configure it and will start using. If any issues, we can have a team, okay, will be helping to us when we are working users, or when users are going to work on the application. If any issues, we'll have a support team, will they'll be helping. Any patch applications or any other maintenance activities, all will be done by Oracle only. So even we no need to have a DBA in case of support process also. Say for example, we are user is working on the system, they just got some issue, finally that is addressed as a bug. In case of bug, just you have to raise a SR to Oracle Cloud team saying that, so this is the what the issue, and the team support suggested as a to apply the patch, please do this needful. Just will write a SR, and then that goes to that cloud DBA team. The DBA team will apply the patch on that respective instance. In case of our Oracle Fusion applications, this instead of calling as instance, this we call as pod, pod. Still you can use the term as instance, but the normally in case of cloud, what Oracle just gives the name is pod, pod. So that that is the meaning of cloud computing. Any question here to understand this term or the meaning of cloud computing, please?
Lakshman,
Lakshman, just
this
I
is
want
Ahmed.
to add it. What I've seen is, again, in cloud computing, when the servers are in premise, not at your place, on some other place. So if you own Exadata, there's a different cost. If you own Solaris, so there's a different Oracle charges. If you have an Exadata, like what we have, there's a charge is very high. So based on different, whether you buy like a BMW or, a different Toyota or a Hyundai. So that's how the rates are there. They say cloud, but you have to pay different rates.
Yes, within the cloud we have a different options also. That also we are going to discuss. Okay,
Okay.
Completely depends. But just what is the meaning of cloud computing? Just we are trying to understand the term. It's all about the servers will be hosted as internet as a source, and that those will be maintained by cloud computing company, and those being a client will be using. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, there are many other points to understand which are related to this. Anyway, those we'll be discussing in the further slides.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Lakshman, this is Ahmed. I have a quick question. Can you explain or make me understand? Let's suppose a company has been using Oracle EBS for a long time. And if I understood, like you said about like if they want to do in cloud, they have to re-implement the whole thing. So it's better would be if they go with the Oracle Fusion. And let's suppose like we're doing Oracle Cloud Fusion. So any entries in the past that company have done on the Oracle EBS, like general ledgers, accounts payable, you know, all those modules, do we have to recreate back again in cloud? Or is there any tool like, you know, they can be transferred like all these data to
the answer is yes. Answer is yes. Yes, they have to complete all the configuration also. Okay, if they want to use this Fusion Cloud. See, again, when you say just cloud, it's different. Okay, that point we are going to understand. Here, what you say cloud, just we should use as a Fusion Cloud. Now that makes the difference when you compare with EBS. They want to use Fusion Cloud. Yeah, definitely they have to start doing the setups from the scratch. They'll do all the setups. Again, they'll do the data conversion from EBS to here. However, we do the data conversion from legacy to EBS. The same practice they have to implement. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They have to start from scratch. That's it. But only the advantage is since they are using EBS, think all the solution is ready already. In the EBS case, we just the solution you can find as it's already implemented. The same solution will be replicating here, and you may do some additional configurations which are required if there is new functionality which they are interested to use as per their business process. Those additional future related configurations also will be delivering within this Fusion Cloud environment. That's it. Okay. Now, yeah. Any other questions, please?
Yeah, Lakshman, suppose you said that servers will be maintaining from Oracle team only. So, for example, I'm a client. For example, for a client, say I don't want to give my data to put from the third party. It means Oracle. I want to maintain our own itself, our premises. So in this case, what is the process in this case? Suppose client want to maintain will go for on-premise or
yeah. That is the point. Yeah, we'll go with on-premise. That's it. Okay.
So if I go for on-premise, so I need to get the license and I have to
same
install
process
the servers
which you follow in case of EBS. Now most of the clients are using EBS as on-premise, right? EBS also can be used through cloud. They can get the service. Okay, say for example, Amazon Web Services. So instead of installing your product in on-premise, you may install in the Amazon Web Services or some other hosting company. That's how you can install your EBS also in the different cloud services. So, but that we don't call as a Fusion Cloud and all. So the Fusion applications are going to be installed. Which we are getting from Oracle that you can that points we are going to understand very detailed level in the further slides. I don't want to bring those here now. So yes, as you are raising that point, yes, if you want to maintain everything from your end, you have to go with on-premise option. Buy the server, related infrastructure, and buy the product license, not subscription license, because you are going to get it. Now you can install in your own server, and you can do whatever the customizations you want to do, how you want to play with that. So whatever you could do in case of EBS, your own server product, the same way you will be able to use Fusion also. Okay. Fine.
Suppose if I take a license, they'll give for like CSI CSI number. Based on that, will Metalink support the charges will be applicable. If I go for subscription, how this will generate a C without CSA. Suppose how the mutual understandings in this way. You
No,
just
it's all
simply
about
you are simply
identification. No, one second, one second, one second. As a part of subscription process, they'll provide it. You take in the subscription, you have to identify it as their customer for any further communications or raising the issues and all. That's it. They'll give you a number as you. So I have a so and so client who subscribe this product. That's how they'll be just giving you that ID, and they'll be mapping for which products you take in the subscription. Whenever you have some issue and when you rise to Oracle, they'll just verify and validate. So for which products they can help you on that. That's it.
Okay.
It's all about customer
fine.
identification, right? That is identification number and the mapping of license or subscription. That's all.
Okay.
Yep. Fine. Okay. Any other
Lakshman,
questions here, please?
Lakshman, I have few questions here, Lakshman. So what is the correct terminology, Lakshman? People have been talking about fusion and cloud. Which one is the correct terminology?
We'll understand.
And
we have points. In today's session, we'll be understanding related to the all cloud and different options and when we can call as fusion, when we can call as cloud fusion. Okay, we are going to understand all those in today's session.
Sure. And if we are going with cloud, do we need to forego our customizations, whatever we have currently?
Yeah, that also will be understanding in further slides. So again, which cloud you are going to subscribe, that will depend. Based on that, you can move the customizations, or else you cannot do the customizations. We are going to understand those points also. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. I think the questions are more related to what are the slides we are going to see further. Okay, fine. We'll see that. If any further questions, definitely we can discuss. Fine, here just the simple definition I just mentioned. Cloud computing. The servers will be residing as the internet as a source. So the practice of using network of remote servers hosted in the internet to store and manage and to process the data rather than a local server or personal computer will serve the request which will be submitted by users. Okay, so it's all about virtual servers which will be residing as internet as a source, where within that source of internet virtual servers data can be stored and managed, and you can do the transaction process. All the users can quickly can connect, and the servers will be responding. That's how we can increase the user experience when you go with a cloud computing. Other side, it's a very easy for any company to manage and to use that product. Okay. So you can just, this is it's a cloud computing where any solution you can have as a part of cloud offering. Okay, as by using the cloud computing technology, then that can be connected from any device. Okay, any device. Now this fusion applications you can connect from your smartphone. Okay, that's just whatever the URL I'll be sharing, you can connect from your smartphone and you can log in and you can start working on it also. But that may not be very much convenient to do all the activities. That is the reason normally we connect with a laptop or some desktop systems. Okay, so now what is this cloud? Okay, here now we are going to talk about Oracle Cloud. So whatever we discuss, this is a just generic term of cloud computing. So the cloud computing means it's all about the virtual servers will be residing as internet source and will be able to access those servers from any device with the respective credentials. And when you talk about cloud, Oracle Cloud, that means when you say Oracle Cloud, now Oracle is also offering the cloud services to their customers. Okay, what are the different cloud services Oracle is offering or any cloud computing company can offer? So basically, what are the cloud services or offerings which they provide? So those are classified into three types. Those are SaaS. SaaS stands for software as a service. PaaS, platform as a service. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. These are the different options where the cloud computing company can offer to their customers. Okay, these you can call as different adoptions or different options or different deployments. Okay, SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. So when I talk about SaaS, software as a service, So if you go, say for example, you want to use Fusion applications, okay, and you are going with the option called as SaaS, software as a service. In this case, what happens is Oracle, you have to take the subscription. Oracle will give the access to the standard product. How you have that product as it is, you can use based on your requirement. As per your requirement, you can configure and you can start using that. What about the customization? If you go with the SaaS model, if you go with the SaaS subscription, if you have a SaaS subscription from Oracle, you cannot do functionality related customizations, but still you will be able to do the report related customizations. You can develop the new report as per the business requirement, but you cannot build some new functionality. And if you go with the SaaS, the big advantage is, okay, the disadvantage is you cannot do the functional related customization, but the big advantage is Oracle, if Oracle is going to come up with a new release, since the SaaS you are just is maintained by Oracle and there are no customizations, Oracle will upgrade to latest version automatically on our request. So you are not going to do a separate activity called as upgrade. How we upgrade in case of EBS from one version to latest version, older to latest. So that practice you no more going to follow. It's a simple task where Oracle will perform, where they can upgrade your SaaS model to latest version. So whenever Oracle will come up with a new release, immediately they can upgrade to latest version, where you can take the advantage of the new functionality or enhancements which are done as a part of the standard product. And if you go with a PaaS subscription, here they will provide the platform. They will provide the platform which will allow you to do the functional related customizations. You may do some customization, you may write some custom logic. Those all can be developed and deployed within the PaaS model of subscription. And I mean, here you can do only report customizations. Here, apart from reports, you'll be able to do the functional related customizations. If you want, altogether you may develop new custom application also. But what is the difference between these two? Here just now we discussed, here you cannot do functional related customization, which is possible here. And here, since you are going to have a subscription for SaaS model, that environment can be upgraded automatically to latest version, which is not possible in the PaaS, platform as a service. Okay, they are providing the platform to do the customization. So when you have some customization, if they are going to upgrade automatically, all the customizations will impact. That is the reason Oracle is not giving the service where that can be upgraded automatically. Again, that should be done as a separate activity, what practice we follow in case of EBS. So first we'll just apply the patches, we'll be testing, and we'll see the how those upgrade will impact your customizations and all. We'll take all the notes, okay, we'll run that all pre-upgrade reports, then we'll be converting the production to the latest version. Again, we'll just run the post upgrade reports, we'll be comparing how that data properly moved or not. Then users will start using, will start getting the bugs, will start working on bug fixing. It takes some time to get stabilized. The same practice you have to adapt if you go with the PaaS model of subscription. If you go with the SaaS, it's very smooth process where simply they can convert from the older to latest version of the product. And if you go with the IaaS, infrastructure as a service, so see here, this in the SaaS or PaaS, what are the application you are running, that will be get installed on so and so infrastructure, the specific platform. So if in case of IaaS, if you go with IaaS, you'll get anyway product. Okay, you'll be getting the product subscription. Along with that, you will have a infrastructure where Oracle will allow you to get install some other products. Take simple example. So you are going with you are using the many applications to run your business operations system related data. So you are going to subscribe from Oracle for Oracle Cloud Financial or few other products. But if you are going to choose IaaS, what happens is to run some third-party applications on different servers. Those applications also can be installed in the same Oracle virtual environments, and all products, different third-party applications also you can maintain within the same infrastructure which Oracle is going to offer in case of IaaS. If you go with the SaaS or PaaS, whatever the products whatever the products you are taking the subscription from Oracle, those you can access. You won't get any privileges to install some other third-party applications into the Oracle provided virtual server environment. Here that would be possible. Okay, here also you can do any customizations. Okay, whatever you can do in the past, the same you can do here. What are the conditions applicable for past, the same will be applicable here. The additional advantage here is you can install some additional third-party applications into that cloud environment for whatever the server access you have as a subscription from Oracle. So that's how these three subscriptions or three options are different from each other. Okay, just I'll take you through another slide, then if you have any questions we can discuss on that. Okay, so this is the point we can understand here. When you talk about SaaS model, just you are going to have a subscription just to consume the application. Whatever you are going to take the subscription, you can just use it. In case of SaaS model, you'll have applications and you'll have the middleware, the operating system, you can call as operating system, which will be running in the specific server. You'll have these three layers: application and operating system, are middleware and servers. But you will have access to only applications to use them. You can access, you can configure, and you can use. You won't get any privileges to touch all these operating system and all. These you have to use as it is. If you go with the PaaS, you'll be able to build some new functionality where you can get you can get access to application development. Okay, so here everything will be controlled by Oracle. This image also represents the same. This everything will be controlled by Oracle only. Or else say the specific cloud computing company just will be using as it is. But when you go with the PaaS model, you'll have an option along with the consumption usage. You'll have a additional provision where you can go and do the development. You can do the development where you'll get a platform in these applications to do the new functionality customization, new customizations or new application development, everything you can do. And if you go with IaaS, the server will be provided by Oracle, but you will have an option of installing the products within this the respective operating system, or which we call as middleware, and you will be able to do the developments. Just you are taking the hosting service from Oracle. But when I talk about, this is a very generic slide which gives us information about cloud computing. So if you take example of Amazon Web Services, in that case you can take just hosting, that comes under IaaS. You just will take hosting, then whatever the products you want to install, you can install and you can start using. Okay, there you can do any customizations and all. But when you go with Oracle, okay, here they are also providing, like however other cloud computing companies are providing the service, they can provide this hosting service. You can install your own products and you can start using them. You can do the customization. Or else if you are going with the cloud applications with IaaS subscription, okay, this option, so they'll provide the servers. Within that there will be already installed product which you can start using, and along with that if you want to install a few other products, yes, they will have a privileges to do it. So that's how these three options we have to understand. So how these three are different from each other in terms of some certain privileges. Here you cannot do any changes, you have to use as it is. Only you can do report related customizations. Apart from that, in SaaS also you can do the third party integration, that is possible with web services option. And in this case you'll be using whatever the product you are getting. On top of that, you'll be able to do the functionality related, product related customizations. And here also you can go with the third party integrations. Only the additional option here is customizations you can do which are related to functionality or process or new application development. Here if you go with that, what you get here, you'll get it. Along with that, you'll be able to install some new product also in that hosted environment, which we call as IaaS. Any questions here, please? And let me take you through another very much detailed slide which is related to our cloud applications. So these are the delivery models or cloud options which you call.
Lakshman, I had another question on the when you say application development in SaaS. So are you talking like in EBS will we have form personalization, right? You take any form.
Yeah, one point here. One point. So personalizations you can do here also. In SaaS also you can do the personalization, but basic personalization. If you want to do some programming related sort of personalizations, you should be in this place, PaaS or IaaS. Okay, now when I for customization, not more into personalization, it's all about developing some new functionality.
Right. Now, when you say develop functionality, say, for example, I'm just trying to come up with something where it calls a package, right? Say a form person, I want to put a ship set in order management, for example.
I got your point.
Different warehouses.
I got your point that you can do from PaaS or IaaS, not in SaaS.
Okay.
Build some.
But you're saying we don't have access to the database, right? In PaaS, we don't have access to the database at all.
In three cases, we'll have access to database. SaaS also will have access.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Fine.
But in SaaS, it is only read only, right? We can just query or anything. That's all we can do in the database.
Yes. You cannot go and create some tables, etc. in the database. You cannot do that. Okay. However, you can use it. When you say reports, you are not going to change anything, right? How you want to present the data which is available with a certain logic building. That is the reason they allowed. It is not going to disturb some standard functionalities, right? So that's the reason the report customization can be done in the SaaS. Any functionality, or if you want to write some custom PLL or programming logic, which will be just handling the respective function or process, those can be done only in the PaaS model or IaaS.
Okay.
Yep.
Or in IaaS, I think we have the whole thing. You can host anything.
That is additional option. Additional option you get. You can host also new applications into the same server where you are running your Fusion applications.
Okay.
Yep.
And
we'll just go through this next slide. We'll
go ahead.
Next slide, and then we can take all the questions and we can discuss on that.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
This slide is very much detail level. What would be the part of that the subscription what Oracle will provide? See here. Actually, these all will be managed by vendor only. Here in our case, Oracle, managed by vendor. Application related security, database, operating system, the system virtualization, servers, storage, networking, data center. This all will be taken care by Oracle. If you are going with on-premise, this all should be taken care by client only. But if you go with the PaaS, so except applications, they all will be managed by vendor, means they will have complete control. They don't allow you to play with any one of the objects here. So, but if you go with the PaaS, that applications can be managed by you. Anyways, the standard product functionality Oracle will provide. Apart from that, if you want to just change something or if you want to do customization, that can be managed by you, since they will be providing the platform to do the customization. And if you go with IaaS, so this operating system and virtualization here, see if you notice, it's a very generic slide. As per this slide, so this can be given to the customers in the generic cases, but in case of Oracle that they are not giving. The operating system, virtual server, storage, network, data center will be maintained by Oracle, but you will have an option here where you can manage your application, you can take care of the security and database, and you can install the application since you are taking this service as hosting as well as the respective application usage. Okay, so this is how you can understand these few points which are very much related to these three different options. Now you can just come up with your questions if you need any clarification or if you have any doubt on this.
I'd like to make a quick point. Hello, Lakshman.
Yeah.
This is Tushar. Okay. As you said, in the SaaS, we don't have any control or whatever standardized product we have been given, we have to use it. But down the line of but down the line after a year or maybe 1.5 years, if company goes for some, let's say there is a requirement in financial module that we take over some company and then we have to use some legacy system to import data into the main product of Oracle, then what would be the possible options for us then in that case?
Oh, your question is, in future, if client wants to integrate some third-party system with cloud applications, what is the solution, right?
Correct.
So in case of SaaS also, we can integrate third-party applications with the SaaS model. Possible.
In short, like we want to build some inbound interfaces which would import the transactions data and all. That is possible,
Inbound
right?
and outbound you can build. Yes, that is possible in any model, any option. But if your question is, for example, so after some time, if client wants to do some customizations, what they have to do? They can move to PaaS. Then
They
the
can move
Oracle
to
will give
PaaS.
the
Okay.
Oracle will give the provision of doing the customization option. Okay,
Okay.
that's it.
So how difficult, Lakshman, how difficult to go from SaaS to PaaS?
It's not at
What
all
does it
difficult.
changes? Is
Not
that a
at all.
cost or?
It's not at all difficult. Say, for example, you have access to accounts payable super user responsibility. You don't have access to create the users and responsibilities. So you want to do it. You want to do some menu customizations. What I have to do? I have to assign that system administrator responsibility to user, then you'll get access. That much simple for Oracle to switch from SaaS to PaaS, where they'll give additional privileges to you, which allows you to do the application related customization. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Lakshman,
under the PaaS, Lakshman, you can develop your own new custom forms, integrate it, and you can maintain yourself
Exactly.
without any Oracle intervention.
Correct. But we know one point very well. What are the customizations we do? Oracle is not going to have any responsibility to help them if we are going to have some issues and some other discrepancy in the process. We know that.
It's same as release 12.
Yes, exactly. We should be responsible for that. We should take it off.
Lakshman, in case of third-party integration, what we do in Oracle, like EBS, we do write some interfaces and conversions, right?
Yes.
So here in Fusion, we don't have Toad access or like any tool that we can write interfaces. Usually we write in PLSQL over there in EBS. So what is the option here?
We have a web services and we have many other tools which will help you for this integration. In the middleware, basically this all will do as a part of middleware, and primarily will be using the services, and they have some connectors also. Okay, I'll talk on this some integration related point maybe in one of the session. We'll just spend some time to go through those points. But to answer to your question, so we have tools which will be used as a part of middleware. By using those tools, they can do all those mappings. Okay, we can do that. So any other questions here, please?
Lakshman, suppose we'll take the scenario, business scenario for the feasible study, like for SaaS, PaaS, which one we supposed to go. Suppose we have the example stock exchange or banking. If they want to use the Oracle Financial. So where the security is important. So which one we supposed to go and better for?
See, they can use anything. It's not because of some security. They no need to go with the different options here. Oracle and IaaS, they'll give the option where they can manage. Doesn't matter who is going to manage. Ultimately, that would be residing in the Oracle servers, and they'll be having access through virtual server environments. So in terms of security, these options, okay, we no need to choose these options for the flexibility purpose we'll be using. So even with these options, we can, it's all about based on a requirement we'll be choosing this, whether you want to do the customizations or not, you want to go with some additional application installation or not. Based on that, you can choose. If you are looking at security, we have options called as private cloud and public cloud. Private cloud will be more secure than public cloud, but most of the clients are using the public cloud only. Even that public cloud also very secure. You can see many banking organizations also are using the public cloud as SaaS or PaaS model to use the Oracle Fusion financial applications. So security point of view, we no need to worry about, because this is a cloud. You no need to worry about that element. So Oracle is taking care of. Still, many clients have their own concerns, and that in that case they'll go with the on-premise.
So, Lakshman, what I'm understanding is security is always better with Oracle, Amazon, Microsoft cloud services, right? Because they're bigger, they're better technology than individual customer any day.
Yes.
They always upgrade the latest and greatest.
Correct.
But the decision, I think, it depends on how flexible, how much you want to customize specific to your business. If your business needs compulsory customization, you cannot use SaaS.
Correct.
If your business wants to do certain way, which belongs to only for them, then you have only two choices, either PaaS or IaaS.
Yes, exactly. Yep, that's true.
Lakshman, one question. Did you ever see any SaaS having data loss for any client, any data breach for any client, or they have ever having that some kind of data corrupted using the SaaS in any environment, Amazon, Oracle, Microsoft Cloud Services? Did you ever heard of it?
No, I'm not aware of that in terms of working with the clients or Amazon or some other cloud vendors. And talk about Oracle, there are nothing. There were no cases where somebody is just complaining about those areas of issues. So like that's everything. They'll be going with their strategy of maintaining and backup all these things. They'll take care of. So there won't be any issues with this. So that is the trust customers has, and they are using that this SaaS or PaaS or IaaS, whatever.
So do they give guarantee of data security? Like when I say data, if any clients orders or invoices or payable invoices, do they have a data replicate? Like one server goes down for any reason, right? Mission is mission. Do they have a failover services for every client on the cloud or something like that, 24/7?
See, 99.999% you can have uptime. Okay. So,
yeah.
Okay, they'll have the technology of just switching where your server is not going to down meantime. Also, that technologies and all they are using. So the user is not going to have a issue with the uptime. I mean the downtime which they'll have, which normally happens in case of on.
So their maintenance hardware is better than ours.
Yes. If there
so
is
Venkat, there will not be any disaster recovery kind of thing.
One second, please. If there is some critical activity which they are going to perform in that our virtual server, definitely they will ask us what would be the right time where they can do that activity. Or you can take case as they want to, just on our request they want to upgrade it. In that case, they will ask for the time schedule, and they'll perform within the time where users are not going to hit the server for the transaction or any access. Okay, they'll just schedule and do it in a very short time. Okay, fine. So this is the point. And any other questions, please? Any questions from anyone? Fine. Okay, next here we have a slide which talks about on-premise and cloud. Say if you go with on-premise, these are the points which will be finding where you have to come up with upfront investment. You have to buy the server infrastructure and all. And if you want to upgrade your product from the current version to latest version, okay, so all these upgrades should be owned by customer, where customer has to invest money for the team and activity, and the patching and everything will be done by the client team only. And you have to depend on the data centers, hardware cost will be involved. And in terms of that customizations also, it will you can compare it to this cloud, is a little bit costly. because here they will be providing the environment where in the very easy process you will be able to do the customizations, and annual support cost will be incurring, and there are many other points. And if it is going to be like I mean in this case, so I mean if you are going to use the, because in case of on-premise, upgradation is not a simple job. Okay, altogether it will be treated as a separate project activity. So that is the reason, because of that reason you may stop upgrading to the latest version, because of that the business will be losing the new functionality what Oracle is introducing or some announcements. But if you go with cloud, okay, so just you no need to subscribe anything, rent as you flexible and you pay as you grow. Like you can just take the subscription from Oracle and you can start paying. Still, if you need subscription for additional users as you require, just you can pay additional amount and you can get the subscription. The same way like other points like the standard security and access from anywhere whenever you require from anywhere with a more security, with high security, you, the instance will be available all the time from anywhere anytime you can access, but they'll take care of all the security issues. And no upgrade but latest functionality will be available. That means you don't need to do activity called as upgrade. If you are going to use a SaaS model, automatically that will be get converted into latest version, so that you are not going to miss any latest functionality. Once Oracle release, you are going to take the advantage of it. So that's how these on-premise is different from cloud application, and many other aspects. The cloud will help to the organization to just maintain, and in terms of cost and in terms of maintenance and many other aspects. And here I have other slide which talks about few technology. There are many points, but just I given here a few points to understand as per today discussion. Okay, so once we get into the application, we'll come to know the other points also. So the technology point of view, what are the changes between EBS and Fusion? Even in fact, the architecture itself they change, that we'll be discussing in the further class. So when you look at the server, the object is server. So in EBS we use Apache server. Okay, so okay, network was went down, it was weak. Okay, fine. So when you talk about technology changes, again just given the few examples to understand very high level. So when you compare between EBS and Fusion, so when you talk about servers, we know in EBS we use Apache Oracle App Server, nothing but Apache server. But now Fusion, what are these all the applications running, that would be on Oracle WebLogic. Yeah, please. Okay. So when you talk about graphical user interface, so in EBS, most of the functionality is just developed by using the forms and few cases JSP, Java Server Pages. But in the Fusion application, all that functionality will be managed with ADF. And when you talk about workflows, those will be just running with the PL SQL. But here, the workflows and all will be developing by using BPL language, Business Process Execution Language. When we talk about reports, in EBS we have XML reports, but here they introduced BI, Business Intelligence Publisher. Based on that, you can develop, or else all the reports which are there will be available with this BI reports only. And when I talk about analysis, so for this analytics, like you can in EBS we have a discoverer where you can do the analysis related to the live data, but here in Fusion they're given OTBI. Okay, a feature where you can go and do the certain analysis by selecting the fixed elements which are related to specific subject area. That anyway we'll be seeing in our classes. And few other changes here you can see, like access point of in EBS we have a responsibility, but in the Fusion application there is no concept called as responsibility. Everything will be managed with the roles. And approvals, in EBS we use AME, in Fusion we use BPM, Business Process Management. Data migration, okay, in EBS we do this as a conversion activity which should be done by technical people, and in Fusion application the same conversion you can do with the FBDI process, which is file-based data. Uh, data access. Data integrations. Okay, file-based data integration. That is an option you can use. FBDA templates will be having. By using that, you can do it. And in case of EBS, any setups you have to do in that will be doing within the respective application. If you want to do payables configuration, you have to do from payables responsibility, receivables from receivables responsibility. But in the Fusion, you don't need to switch from one to other area of the configuration. All the setups, any application related configuration you can do from functional setup manager. This you can treat as an application or a function and centralized area which allows us to do any application related configuration. This is only for configuration. Functional setup manager, which will help us to do the configurations. And some terminology changes related to the applications products. And when you talk about financials, the name remains same, financials. And HRMS, here we are not going to call as HRMS, they changed and renamed it as a HCM, human capital management. Projects you see has here as a PPM, project portfolio management. When you talk about database, in EBS will have only Oracle database. In case of Fusion, will have a Oracle as well as Essbase. What is the reason and all, and we will be discussing in very detailed level in the further classes. And system administrator, here equal to that we have a Oracle entity manager and a authorized policy manager. In the previous versions, they are giving access to this. In the latest version, completely they stopped access to this. And how we'll manage the relevant activities, they just move to some separate area called as security console. We'll be working on it. And this is how that user interface looks like. This is basically home page, and this is your navigator. Here you don't find any responsibilities and all. What are the roles you will assign to the user? Based on that, all the privileges will be listed out here. You can select that particular task, you will be able to navigate to particular function. So just everything will be managed in a single user interface. You don't need to switch from one to another page, and that sort of work you are not going to do since it's a ADF pages. Okay, and this is how you can, this is the actual home page. The earlier one is a navigator. Okay, and this is the home page, which that home page looks like. Here what are the icons you see? These are the different privileges this user has based on the roles which are assigned to the user. And this we call as springboard icons. This is springboard. Within the springboard, what are the icons we have, we call as springboard icons, which will allow us to access to relevant functionalities. So I just mentioned some slide for supplier creation slide. So here we'll create supplier and supplier address and site. We have to create separately. We'll be discussing as a part of payables. Identity manager, now in the latest version, it's not applicable. What are the version we are going to use? We don't get access to this. Oracle completely changed the security aspects of redesigning. That we'll discuss. And we talk about our course. Anyway, we'll be just if you not yet received the course curriculum, we'll be sharing in that today. So, and if you want to understand very high level, these are the modules we are going to cover. Very primary will be focusing on GL, APR, CM, and FA. And when I talk about Fusion tax, expense, and purchasing, we'll go with the basic configuration, the basic flow, and we'll just I'll take you through P2P and O2C cycles, the basic configuration. And when I talk about P2P, like requisition creation with approvals and converting the requisition as a PO and manual PO creation, receipt creation and delivering the material to inventory, checking the stock availability, and invoice creation with the 2-way, 3-way, 4-way matchings. So this all will be covering. We'll do the setups and we'll be executing the process. And apart from the financials, in the same way, we'll be covering the O2C cycle also. So in the O2C cycle, I'll show you the complete configuration from OM side and wherever it is required, and we'll create the order, we'll book it, we'll do the fulfillment process. Finally, we'll create the invoice and the receivables as auto invoice. These 2 cycles will be running, and primarily we'll be focusing on these 5 modules, and these other modules will go with the basic configuration, basic flows. And along with that, we will just we'll see the AGAs also. Okay, advanced global intercompany, what are the configuration, how the functionality will work. So this is what exactly we are going to cover. To look into the very detailed course curriculum, you can just go with the information, the document which will be sharing. You can just go through it. Okay, so this is all about the course curriculum, very high level. Any questions from anyone, please?
Lakshman, this is Arvind. the Vision instance in R12, right? Everybody is to get that. They can download and install and work on that. So do we have Vision instance? Let's say if I'm a client, I'm currently on release 12. I want to try how the Fusion look and feel. Does Oracle gives access SaaS Vision instance for the current clients? Do they do that?
Yes, for clients they are giving. Yes.
No charge for it.
No, for partners they'll be providing one free instance. But again, that depends what partnership they have. So whether platinum or gold, many other considerations also they'll be having. But Oracle is providing. Okay.
So if I'm a client, I'm not a, if I'm a client on release 12, I'm not a partner, right? So can I say, hey, Oracle, I want to try your Fusion applications. Can you give us a link?
I think you should have a cloud practices in your organization. In that case, they'll be giving that access. You may just have a call with Oracle, then you can get more information on that.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Fine, thanks. So this is the detailed course curriculum to have a look. So these are the modules we are going to cover, and from which module what we are going to cover, here you can see. Okay. So these are the other points just I mentioned. We will be doing all the setups and the testing by treating how we do in the fresh environment. Okay. And everything, the complete course will be running with the EBS comparison. The complete course training will be delivered with EBS comparison only. Okay, the other points also I mentioned, you can go through it. When I talk about GL, this is a very basic configuration will complete, and these are the different concepts we'll be working on. So journal related approval, how to load the journals with ADFDI, FVDI, and foreign currency journals, budgets. Okay, the reversal journals, data access set, security rules, cross validation rules, ledger sets, and reporting ledger, secondary ledger, auto posting, reversal, revaluation, translation, consolidation, and report generation by using the Hyperion financial reporting. All will be covering. And as a part of payables, this is a basic configuration which we are going to cover. After completing, these are the concepts which we are going to work: stand invoice, debit memo, credit memo, prepayment, and processing the payments, payment process request, withholding tax, configuration process, everything like when you see the concepts all about, we'll set up and we'll test. Okay, bills payables, pay alone, foreign currency, supplier, merge concept, interest invoice, recurring invoice, third party payments, cross currency payments. The cross currency payments can be processed in Fusion payables, which is not possible in EBS, and invoice related approvals and security profile, which is equal to MOAC, and holds related supplier refund process, easing custom roles definition for payables, and loading the suppliers and uh, open invoices through FBDI process, file based data import, which is a data conversion activity, and reconciliation part. And we'll work on that BI basic report definition, and we'll see how to create the OTBI reports. When we talk about receivables, the receivables related basic configuration, and these are the concepts which we are going to cover: invoice creation, I mean to say transaction, debit memo, credit memo, and transaction, the memo, chargeback, standard receipt, miscellaneous, receipt batch creation, and reversals, standard debit memo, and reciprocal customer configuration process, cross currency receipt write off, customer refund, aging methods, say aging buckets, revenue recognition, automatic receipts creation. Okay, and the other points that conversions and all what we have, will be just sharing the same documents to you all, and you can go with that. And the cash management point of view, these are the activities which you are going to perform: manual bank statement creation, and manual reconciliation, automatic reconciliation, how to create the manual cash transactions, or how to generate automatically. So those points will go through. In fixed assets, these are the configuration, and these are the concepts which we are going to cover. And as a part of Fusion expense, these are the setups and process: creating the expense report, approving the expense report, and auditing, and processing for reimbursement, and importing that expense report into AP as an invoice. As a part of Fusion purchasing, anyway, not only just purchasing, we'll be working on purchasing, inventory, and costing, and order management. Those I didn't include in this course curriculum, but we'll be covering. Okay. And
Lakshman, I have one question.
Please.
Yeah, while going through these modules or these setups related things, will you be also uh, cover the tables beneath used for different transactions or setups we are doing, just passing by? Will you be mentioning the tables?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be good if
Yeah, I got
cover.
I got your point. In EBS, like just you have an option where you can go and find out the table or view which is there for respective object or form, right? But here we don't have that
Right.
option. We don't have that option. Okay, that you have to go through separate document. I'll just Oracle itself they are providing that link where you can find for each and every application related tables, views, and other information. I'll take you through that information. Okay, you can get everything in one.
Okay.
Lakshman,
please.
Lakshman, one quick question. In release 12, we use SLA, subledger accounting concept, right? Is that still exist in Fusion?
Yeah, we have. That should be there to generate the accounting entries based on some derivation rules that we have. Okay, but when we are going to work on purchasing, it is mandatory we have to define the rules and all. In case of purchasing, we'll be working on it. But in finance point of view, there is nothing mandatory where we have to go and change something until unless we have requirement. The functionality remains same. The same mapping sets, accounting derivation rules, all these definitions and all.
SLAM, ADR, and JDL. Okay.
Yeah.
In all three, SAS, PAS, and IAS.
Yes. And you see, the product remains same. It's only the flexibility when you look at this SAS, PAS, IAS. Because of the model, they are not touching the product-related functionality to work in the different way.
Okay, good.
Even in
Lakshman, this is Amit. So back to the same scenario which I gave it to you about the EBS and now on the Oracle Fusion Cloud. So let's suppose like I have been doing like EBS configuration on a financial module, and now like my company says like let's go to the cloud in a Fusion. How much do you say it is the basic to complex configuration like for each module components? Like for instance, if I want to do configure like general ledger, is this more like similar to what we used to do in EBS, or it's totally different configuration?
Same configuration. There will be few changes, and there will be the user interface is different in few cases how you do. Okay, based on EBS, if you are trying to do the configuration, there will be cases where you will start searching for something which you don't find directly how you see in EBS. The user interface point of view and the few setups they changed, and in few cases they ignored some for the additional dependency setups. That's how we'll find slight difference if you are going to do straight away. But when you say how much it's a different means almost similar configuration, but there are few points which you have to definitely understand before you start with that.
Understood. Thanks.
Lakshman, this is Ramesh Lakshman. If it is a fresh installation of EBS, we go through the multi-org setup, all those. Are we covering as part of this session?
Yes, I'm going to cover that. Here we call as enterprise structure. We'll be creating, see when you talk about that elements, we'll be creating our own enterprise, and we'll be creating our own primary ledger, our own legal entity, own business unit. Operating unit here we call as business unit, our own inventory organization. When you create all these, that falls into the definition of enterprise, which is equal to multi-org in EBS case. We'll define our own definitions. Okay.
Lakshman, just one quick question. When are we going to get the access to the test instance or to Playground as a Playground instance?
Yeah. See, I can see few guys already subscribed yesterday. For them today, I'm going to share the instance. And once if somebody is expecting to have access to instance, they'll be getting access after their subscription to this course. But who already subscribed yesterday, few guys, for them, I'm going to share that instance credentials after this today's session. And posted for previous batch videos that also I'll be sharing.
Okay.
Lakshman, I requested a call to call somebody for me and didn't receive any call. Can you ask them to call me back, please?
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Just I'll do it. Arvind, right? Arvind or Ahmad?
Yes, Arvind Ravikanti.
Yeah.
And also, can you add my name as well, Ahmed?
Yeah, definitely. We'll give you a call after this meeting. So Ahmad.
So Lakshman, they're gonna call us like right away because it's almost like past midnight over here. I mean, I can answer the call if you sure like they call.
After ending this meeting, within 5 minutes, we'll be getting the call.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Lakshman.
Fine, thanks. So for Ahmad and Arvind.
Anapa too. And Anapa.
Hi, Lakshman. This is Jerry. Could you also add me to that list?
Yeah, who's speaking?
This is Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, sure. Jerry. Yeah, sure. Fine. We'll have a call on that. Okay.
Lakshman, could you add my name? It's Ramesh.
Yeah, Ramesh. Anyway, by default,
tomorrow will be the next session.
Team will be calling to everyone, but anyway, just on priority, we'll have a call with the guys, 5 members. Yeah, we'll do that. So the next session
tomorrow, do we have a meeting?
The next session would be on Monday.
Oh, it is on Monday?
Yeah, same time.
Okay. So we will get all the instructions how to do the payment and all things, right?
Yes. It's a very simple process. Already we circulated email yesterday itself. Okay, but somehow it's missing in the sense. Anyway, we'll just have a call and we can work on it.
Okay, thanks.
So Lakshman, the class is Sunday through Thursday in US, right?
Yeah.
No Friday class in US.
Yeah, as per India time, Monday to Friday. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, for US it's going to be Sunday to Thursday then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Lakshman. Can you also send this details regarding the course content? Send an email.
Yeah, course curriculum. Who's speaking? Bala, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. I will do that.
Thank you.
Okay, Lakshman, I will be logging out now.
Yeah, sure.
Venkat, can you?
Yeah, we can just.
Venkat, can you send across the all the team? I mean, all the members in the group.
Sure. We'll do that. That's what I said in the beginning of the discussion. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll be sharing the course curriculum to everyone. Okay, you can just.
And Lakshman, after every class, are you sharing this recorded video, or how is the going forward? What is the protocol?
Create the Google Drive folder, and I am not going to send everyday email by just attaching this video. What I'll do is I'll be creating the Google Drive and I'll be giving the access to that Google Drive folder. And every day after completing the session, I have to convert this video into the actual required format. Then I'll be dropping into Google Drive. Then you can access anytime.
Okay, good.
There won't be any separate email for this. After session, I'll be uploading on the same day, possible immediately.
And Lakshman, please ensure to put stuff for EBS for anyone who has less experience on EBS, just to quickly adapt much faster with the Oracle Fusion.
Yeah, sure.
Lakshman, training is done. Can we drop off?
I'll be done with the today's session. And any questions, you may just stay back, or else you can drop. Even I'm going to wind up now.
Yeah, Lakshman. Lakshman, one question. What is this OAM and APM? Is it system administrator or OAM? I think.
Yeah. Now, those are not going to be in the game of this application. Those are in the older version till release 11. Okay, say you want to create the user. The user you can create in OIM, Oracle Identity Manager, which is equal to sysadmin responsibility.
Okay. APM?
APM stands for Authorization Policy Manager, or you can call as Access Policy Manager. Here, what are the roles we have? All you can manage with the help of role templates, custom roles, and everything. You can give the specification and you can generate automatically where system will create the data roles. Now that concept is not there in the latest version. The security model they changed.
Okay, like a security console. Huh?
Yeah, they moved these two concept related functionality to security console.
Okay, okay.
What
And
you can do is
one more.
on the APM that you can do in the security console now.
Okay, security console. And one question, Lakshman, I need your help. Suppose I have a voucher to do certification. Suppose I don't have right now this.
I said I spoke to you
Vision.
yesterday, right? You can talk to that guy. That guy will be able to help on that.
Yeah, I called your representative yesterday.
Okay.